Musician, what career path do you think you could have went down?
Homeless, I think would be. I don't. It's a really hard thing for me to answer because I've only ever known it. So I won't go cheap though. Like the things that interest me the most are still arts, truthfully, like photography and which I'm like a hack photographer, but I like doing it. And I might have focused on it if I could have. And it's funny, we had somebody at the dinner tonight who was an architect, but like I'm always been so fascinated by form and structure and putting things together. So I think that would have been another possibility.
What do you photograph?
Everything.
Stuff?
You know, just stuff. Like today I took some pictures in Boston and put them on my Instagram.
All right, moving along to @KD523.
Yes.
What are your favorite pizza toppings and why?
Glad we could get a serious one. This
serious.
is good.
Life or death here.
I know this is gonna sound weird, but like artichoke hearts are by far my favorite pizza topping.
Delicious.
I'm a vegetarian, so it doesn't really. Well, I'm a pescatarian, but oh yeah, then I bumped out all the vegetarians. Yeah, artichoke hearts. Is that crazy?
Sounds good.
Okay, they taste delicious, so that's my favorite.
All right, moving along to @K82. You've released many records in your almost 20-year career. What is the most rewarding part of your creative process?
120 characters.
It's when.
Yes.
That's impressive. She got like exactly 140 on that. My favorite part of the process is usually about a month or two after the record's been finished, and I end up in my car, and then I have that impulse to be like, what does this sound like now that I have like a little bit of perspective? And provided it's a good experience, that's my favorite. You know, like when I'm in my car and I have like 45 minutes to listen to the record finished, when I'm out of the fog of the creative process, and just hearing it back without hearing all the little things I would have changed or whatever, but just hearing it as a whole piece of work is huge.
Can I just take a detour real quick? I just tweeted this. I just was wondering. So on Cecilia and the Satellite, this may sound really stupid and trivial, but I was wondering, the opening of the song when your vocal comes in, there's a very obvious breath as it comes up.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. I mean, is that something intentional? Did you hear it and say, I'm going to leave this in, or is it just
It shouldn't.
random?
I don't remember any conscious decision to leave that breath in. But there is like a thing. Like I've worked with mixers who de-breath songs, who literally like a part of their process is to go in like before they even mix the track and cut every breath out.
Oh, yeah, I mean, coming from the radio side, when you do commercials, you do very similar things.
Yeah, and I totally get that. I don't ever really look at it like that's a part of my process. Like if the breath seems like it makes sense, if it's in time and it seems like it works for the song, then usually I don't even think about it. But like on Cecilia and the Satellite, conversely, like where there's that hard stop at the end, where it's like on the Satellite and then there's nothing. I spent like an hour and a half with the mixer trying to cut that breath out perfectly, and I was like, I hear a T, I don't hear a T, like, you know, and so yeah, we think about it, but it just depends on the song and the breath.
All right, real Twitter question again from Jameson Aboot. Hey Andrew, what's another artist's song that you wish you had recorded?
God, there's so many. That's a really difficult question. There's a Tom Petty song called "Time to Move On" that's on his on the Wildflowers record. That there's just something about that song that every time I hear it, it just hits me the right way, and that's pretty high up there. But I don't know it that well. I actually don't think I do know it. I'm not even gonna try it. Fuck you, man.
We're going to get to that. Don't worry. Steffi Bear 3, do you have any pre-show rituals?
Yes. I mean, they're not like it doesn't have to happen, but I warm up to an early Billy Joel compilation called "Songs in the Attic," and if I have time, the record I used to warm up with was "Pet Sounds" by the Beach Boys. So if I have a long enough period of time, I warm up with both of those records while I drink a cocktail.
What is your cocktail of choice?
An old fashioned.
Very nice. What TV show are you currently binging on? And that is from Jessica, ex Jaylin O.
I'll be the first to admit I'm not proud to say this, but Scandal. I thought it was a totally different thing when I started it. And I like watched the first episode and I was like, this is horrible. I'm gonna watch the second episode. So I watched the show. But there's a commitment that my wife and I only watch the show together, and like the whole show, I'm just like, boo and thumbs. But I can't stop watching the show. I can't stop.
I'll have to check it out. I've not seen it. Will it ruin my life if I get into it?
It will ruin your life.
Maybe I'll get into it. Not doing enough of that as it is. So.
That's fine.
And Brian Mahoney too. Do you need a roadie on game?
I don't need a roadie, but I'm sorry, Brian.
That was my question.
Yeah.
All right, and from Mulcahy 17, what is the first concert you ever went to?
It was Billy Joel in Cleveland. I was on the river. It was the River of Dreams tour, and look, I mean, I wasn't born in the '70s, so yeah, I saw him on that tour. I'd been obsessed with Billy Joel, and I was 10, maybe 10. Yeah, I was 10 or 11, and my parents got me tickets for Christmas, and it was like it changed my life. Like it was funny because I went and saw him like 10 years later, and I was like, oh, that's where I stole everything I do on stage. And I still am such a huge fan of Billy's.
And then one final question here. Somebody is asking, Unfelicious is the Twitter handle. Hi!
She's very excited about this.
She wants to know if somebody is recording the show tonight. There are cameras. The show is being recorded.
Where's it going to end up? Because I was a little nervous about that when I
don't know. Jason is going to end up at myradio929.com probably, right? Oh, your personal collection? Okay, very good. All right, well, I think we're going to hear some more music.
Yeah, I'm going to do another one for you.
All right, give it up for Andrew McMahon.
Thank you so much.